Hello and welcome to Car Plays The Park, Episode 1. Now, I didn't really intend my first major video series on YouTube to be a horror game, since that's sort of a, YouTube trope at this point, but this is a game I was really looking forward to. I played The Secret World when it first came out and really loved the setting. I sort of drifted away from the game after a while, just, other things came out, get busy with stuff. Keep meaning to get back to it, but just haven't yet. But when they announced this game, I was like really excited for it. So it came out yesterday, and so here I am today playing it. So let's see what we got. The Park is a narrative experience, best played in a dark room wearing headphones. It deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players. During the course of play, the Park may manipulate graphics, audio, control settings, and your sanity. This is perfectly normal and should not be called for alarm or psychiatry. Well, I think manipulating someone's sanity normally would be a cause for concern. I know what they mean, but, game's gonna mess with your head, or try to anyway, but if someone tries to mess with your sanity, get help. Normally. Okay, here we go.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
I don't know why you'd want to return to Atlantic Island Park. In The Secret World, that place was creepy as hell.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Place looks decidedly less creepy in the day. I mean, the sign here has seen better days. That's for sure.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Let's see. Examine the plaque.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
May 1st, 1977. When is this game set? Alright, Atlantic Island Park. A tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who used their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all those who follow after. Infect is an odd choice of words. Well, not in Solomon Islands, but you know how that is. The place has definitely seen better days.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine! Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Okay, one, I hadn't mentioned the teddy bear yet. Two, he had to unlock the gates for me, but the kid was able to run through?
Callum, I told you to wait in the car!
Come on, this way.
Yeah, already weird crap going on. Alright. Nathaniel Winter welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Yeah, dude, don't look creepy at all. Read the flag. Welcome to Atlantic Island Park. When I first came to visit Solomon Island, I fell deeply in love with its natural beauty. It's a scenic place, and I created many of my best memories here. I wanted to create a place that captures the essence of Solomon Island. a place where families would bring their children to create memories of their own. I invite you to explore this park that we have created, from the Ferris wheel, which rivals the local lighthouse for the best view of the area, to the slideshow alley, where we have many fascinating games and objects from the local area to explore. Yeah. Capture the essence of Solomon Island. If you've played The Secret World, you'll know the essence of Solomon Island is weird shit.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
It is getting rattier looking the further up we go. And now it's suddenly nighttime. Yeah, that's not freaky at all.
Callum, where are you going? Come back, Callum. Oh, God. The park. What happened here?
Yeah, this place looks like it's been abandoned for quite a while. Were you really just here? Or did the kid go missing years ago and you keep coming back? Or is there no Callum and you're just delusional?
It's easy to get lost here.
You can't catch me.
Oh,
Come back.
if that were my kid, they would be in so much trouble in a car. So thankful the girls have never done anything like that to me. Oh, that's not freaky. No, perfectly normal. Bats flying out of a giant head. Gingerbread house. Candy house, yeah, okay.
Callum? Where'd you go?
Over here.
Well, stand still. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, otherwise there'd be no game.
I think this belongs to Callum.
You think? Don't know your kid's own shoe? Well, as amusement park mascots go, that's creepy. What is this? A squirrel?
Chad the Chipmunk, huh?
Chipmunk. Okay.
Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen daily in daily ice sculpture shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octotron, 3 p.m. Park Entrance. Remind me to avoid those places at those times. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Well, that was nice. Let's go on there. Read
I
handwritten.
wonder what this is.
Purchase the lands on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add, whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this island, with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible, dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision brought to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I can't imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Amazingly creepy. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, and ain't nobody been here in a long time.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
Tunnel of Tales.
Where are you? Callum, stay where you are.
Come on, Mommy.
The ride should be off if the park is closed. Hell, the ride should be off if the place has been abandoned for years. Okay, why are we going to get on the boat rather than wait for the kid to come around? That just doesn't seem really bright. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a horror game if the protagonist made good decisions, but, you know, what can you do? Stars are pretty. Yeah, no, this doesn't give me good feelings. Not at all. No good feelings.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup.
Sup. Who uses sup?
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night.
Are they gonna make us...
I tell you what, husband, we will take
Sit
the children
through-
into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there.
What is that?
No, my wife, I cannot
As I was
do
saying,
that,
are they gonna make
said
us
the man.
sit
Then we will
through
all 4 starve, you
the
fool.
entirety
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking.
Of Hansel and Gretel?
began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel,
I mean,
Hansel said. He crept out of the
it's
hut
not like
and
it's a
gathered white stones from the
story
ground
people
to fill
don't
his pockets.
know. White stones. Okay. Paying attention
The
to this
next
is
morning, the
foreshadowing.
woodcutter leads the children into the forest.
That's-
Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice
Chipmunk.
of bread and warns them that they will get no more food
Ah.
that day.
Oh,
Clever
okay.
Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them,
And,
the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
Creepy as fuck.
After receiving
I
a
don't like
thorough
not being able to
scolding
see that
from
thing
their
now.
parents for getting lost
come
in the
on.
woods, the children
Keep
are
an
sent
eye
to bed
on-
without any supper.
Callum, where did you go?
Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter.
Okay.
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was
Just a bit
destroyed.
freaky, yes.
Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
This is dragging on, though. 3 days. Wow. You know how
The
long we're gonna be on
children
this
stumbled
boat?
into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
It was suitably creepy to begin with, but at this point, it's just dragging.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse.
It's just not like...
Nibbling at my house. An old
And we're sitting here
woman
just way
emerged
too
from the
calmly.
house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come
This
in
is-
and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't
This
be
could have been cut
afraid.
a lot
I have
shorter and
something
still have the same
for you.
impact.
The old woman offered
Because
them
at this
2
point,
enormous
this
lollipops.
ride is just
The children
dragging
took them and
on
began to eat.
and completely
You
taking
see,
me out of the
nothing
mood.
to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children,
I mean,
still
if it would
licking
have
their
ended
sweets,
shortly after
followed.
the creepy, glowy-eyed chipmunk dude and that rumbly, whoa!
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage
Okay, well, you
and
into
put
false
Gretel to
security
work,
there, and then just
sweeping
shake the
and
boat.
cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him.
Still, I mean, a couple of, not even, I won't call them jump scares,
Time
just
passed, and
starts.
poor Hansel refused
Isn't worth
to eat,
the ride
fearing the
dragging
day
on
that
like
the witch
this.
would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven.
I'm glad that,
But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show
Oh.
Gretel. Seizing her courage,
End
brave
is in
Gretel
sight.
gave the witch
Yay.
a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt
see,
over
this
the
is
door
just
to the oven.
kind of,
Gretel freed her brother
it's just
Hansel,
killing the mood.
and together they lit
I mean,
a
I'm
fire
suitably
beneath
creeped
the
out and getting
oven. And though she screamed
into the flow
and
of this,
begged, the children sat
and
by the
then
oven
this
until her screams had
ride
stilled.
has just
witch
dragged
was
on past the
cooked.
point of being interesting.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch
Okay.
and ate her.
That's a rather grim ending for a children's ride. So it's turned into little monsters, literally. Very Twilight Zone. Can we... Out of this thing now, please. Let me out of this. Yep. Yay! Ah, okay, let's get back to the game.
Callum! This way, Mommy.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy. Looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
I'm sure that's not
Callum!
terrible foreshadowing.
Where did you go?
Well, that didn't sound ominous.
Another accident. This place.
That's looks distinctly like blood. And a knife in the eye of the teddy bear. I hope that's not Callum's, Mr. Teddy. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that such a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has been all for nothing. Banned writings. Yes, now we're starting to sound more like the secret world. Alright, let's pick up the pace. You?
Wait for Mommy!
Can I get up there? No, we're stuck on a rail. Okay. Alright. Over the river and through the woods, to the creepy place we go. Okay. Optotron. I want to take back what I said earlier about the chipmunk mascot being creepy. This is creepy. What the little what the frick is that?
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Make you dizzy. Makes me want to run out of my head. It's like some Cthulhu horror.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Eyewitness reports. Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness name, Creed, Norma. Statement. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought it was going to be some sort of animal, like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, there was like a human face, smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to just beat just a little bit faster. Like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit. And then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments, it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing him with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming. And Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed in the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Just making sure that the ice sculpture's not still sitting there, you know? Because at this point it'd be about par for the course.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Okay, is the kid on it? I mean, it doesn't look like the kid's on it. Out of morbid curiosity, I'm gonna get on it. Because of course I am. Makes perfect sense. Our kid's missing, we're running through a creepy abandoned amusement park. Let's get on the rides! I mean, from a story standpoint, it's a little silly, but from a gameplay perspective, you gotta do it. Alright, so let's go a bit fast. Ah! Well, hello, creepy top hat guy. I remember you from the Secret World quest. Though I will admit you were a little less creepy there. You're getting me out. Still. It's alright. Was there somebody in the... It looked like there was someone in the control room. That's... okay. Let's get away from that. There's a flicker over here.
Oh, I remember this.
That is a terrible picture. I mean, just horrible. Expression, kid doesn't want to be there. Like, is that just some kid she grabbed? Is that actually her kid?
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
That's an odd sentiment. A flickering light, there's bound to be something. Oh, there's somebody in there. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, there was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner, still wearing it. And it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained, discreetly, to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. And apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in the gutter outside Psychoil Station. Because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me. sizing me up, eye-fucking me, or whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor. When he came by, Steve, wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Hinman. Dad! I'm sorry, Laura. I don't think you made it out of here after you wrote that. Poor thing. That was a decent jump scare. Alright. I think that's a good place to leave this first episode. So far, pretty good. I mean, it's got my interest. It's dragging in some places. There's a little bit of narrative disconnect with getting on these rides when we're supposed to be looking for the kid. I'm sure it'll all come together eventually because FunCom knows how to tell these stories, but right now it's just little things are dragging me out of the story. Especially like the how long the Hansel and Gretel ride went on. We'll see how it all comes together, but, you know, just one step at a time. And so, I'll see y'all all in the next video. Enjoy!